Now, as this election cycle inches closer to Election Day, we've seen talk on both sides ramping up day by day.
Yeah, those chants of lock her up directed at Governor Whitmer at this weekend's Trump rally, or Governor Whitmer claiming the president incites domestic terror. The violent rhetoric really has escalated. As you said, Devin, Paula Tutman spoke to an expert who studies these sorts of trends, and he says he is concerned.
Certainly the video released by the U.S. Attorney's Office that shows several of the alleged domestic terrorists practicing their kill shots and reloads is deeply disturbing. And experts will say that to a small group of indoctrinated, radicalized terrorists on the far right, this is a commercial, not evidence. This weekend, dueling spins as the president of the United States encouraged his followers to stoke the fiery rhetoric.
Lock them all up.
Not everybody who was standing, in those bleachers in Muskegon shouting "lock her up" is doing so because they literally want to, lock her up and try her for treason in some kind of ad hoc kangaroo court. A lot of them are doing it, frankly, for the yucks. There is that tiny fraction of the population for whom those words are going to be more inspirational than just a joke.
The governor of Michigan also went on national news with an obvious symbol, 8645 in the background.
The president is at it again and inspiring and incentivizing.
86 means reject. So reject Donald Trump was the message, and I reject Donald Trump's rhetoric. I reject Donald Trump's philosophy that he doesn't like science or make decisions based on what's in the best public health.
Do you then want to play what are essentially sort of petty games by sending these little sort of subtle or not so subtle signals?
Could that be interpreted as a kill code?
No, not by anybody who is not steeped in the fever swamps of defending the president at all costs.
But political violence expert Professor Peter Trombor of Oakland University says this kind of heated rhetoric does nothing to tamp down the tempers and the temperaments of anybody during a perfect storm of confluences. A social justice reckoning in the nation, a pandemic that threatens every human on the planet, a White House administration giving willful, deliberate misinformation about the pandemic, a hotly contested presidential race, and a devotion to Trump that triggers a small fraction of the population with the means and what they believe is the motive to take his cues to a violent conclusion. Professor Trombor believes this can be minimized in one specific way, and that is to vote in overwhelming numbers. He believes a close call in either direction will give cover to those who want to dispel the election results. But if it is overwhelming one way or the other, he believes that in many ways that will minimize a lot of this kind of noise. Paula Tutman, Local 4.